in the City podcast. My name is Susanne, or Susan, and I'm coming to you from the Netherlands in Rotterdam. Thank you for tuning in. If you're a returning visitor, welcome back. And if you're new, thank you for checking out my podcast. You can find me everywhere on the interwebs. You can find me on Ravelry as creainthecity. We also have a Ravelry group, which you can find by searching for Knitting in the City podcast. And I am also very active on Instagram, also by the name of Crea in the City. And many of you already found me there. So thank you for following me there, and that way I can see all your projects and what you guys are working on. I will change things for this podcast a tiny bit. I will divide the episodes in portions. So I will have an episode about works in progresses. I will also have shorter episodes about purchases, which this one will be. So you can choose whatever episode you find interesting. And if you're not interested in the yarn I bought or other purchases, then you can just watch the works in progresses or vice versa. And this way the episodes will be a bit shorter, and it will also be more easy for me to record an episode, since it's getting more difficult now that the light is changing, because it's autumn and it soon will be winter, and at the end of the day it gets dark pretty quick, and I want to record in daylight, since I think with the lighting in our house, the colors of projects and yarn won't come across as good as they deserve. So this episode will be about my visit to a knitting and crochet fair in the Netherlands, in Zwolle. It's called the Brei- en Haakdagen. I did do some purchases there, and I also did a swap with the lovely Anna. And I also bought some natural yarn which I dyed, because I will be joining the Stephen West Mystery Call of 2015, which starts on Friday the 6th of November. So yeah, let's get started with the Brei- en Haakdagen, which is the Dutch name for the knitting fair I went in Zwolle. And it was such a fun and inspiring day. I met up with Caroline from the Zazu podcast. If you haven't checked out her podcast, I can highly recommend it. She's also from the Netherlands, but she podcasts in English, and she also has an Etsy shop with her hand-dyed yarn. And I haven't tried her yarn yet, but it looks very pretty, and I'm sure I will try it in the near future whenever I got some more projects of the needles. Yeah, I met with her, and it's funny because we don't know each other in real life, and we have seen each other's podcasts, or at least a few episodes, and somehow you get to know someone and you have the same interests and same passion about yarn and knitting, and we had lunch together, got some coffee, which was horrible, by the way, and yeah, it's very easy to get to know someone if you have a common interest, I guess. So it was very fun, and she was with a knitting friend, which she also she doesn't have a podcast, but she does have a blog which is Life in Knitting, I believe. And she also posted some pictures about the fair, so maybe you can check that out. It is in Dutch, I believe. But I did buy some goodies when I was in Zwolle at the fair. And the first thing I bought was a yarn that I've been wanting for quite some time now. And I have a soft spot for fingering weight yarns because I think if you have one skein of sock yarn, you can always make a pair of socks. You will never, if you have like thicker yarn, you might want to make a sweater or something bigger, and you might risk that you don't have enough yarn. So with sock yarn, you're always safe. And I bought this one. And it's a yarn by Biscotti Yarns. And it will give this watermelon pattern if it's knit up. So it's a self-striping yarn, and I am very excited to cake this up and knit some watermelon socks out of it. It wasn't cheap, but there was a discount because of the fair, and it's very soft. I believe it's 85% superwash merino and 15% nylon. I think it would be better if the nylon percentage was a bit higher, since 15% isn't that much and they might wear out faster than yarn with 20 or 25% nylon in it. But yeah, very excited about this one, and I am curious to see how it will knit up. I will probably make socks out of it with contrasting heels in green or white. I will have to see what yarn I have for that. And thank you, by the way, for everyone who helped me with the yardage you need for toes and heels. Lots of people said that you need about 10 grams of yarn for toes and heels. So thanks for everyone that was answering my question about that in the Ravelry group. I also bought a very tiny skein of Holstgarn Highlands yarn, in also sock weight, and it's this very hot fuchsia pink, and it's only 50 grams. So normally you would have you need 2 of these to make a pair of socks, but I want to make the Rose City roller socks again, which is my favorite sock pattern at the moment. And I only need 50 grams for a pair of socks for myself. And even if I need a bit more, I might do toes in a different color. So it will be fine. And I just wanted to try this yarn. It's a 80% superwash, Highlands wool, and a 20% nylon. And I never knit with this yarn, and I love the color. So next up is some minis from Lorette Carman. And I already used these. So they were, sorry for the crinkling. I missed one ball. I also had a white one, but I'm not sure where it is. It disappeared somehow. But there were 9 mini skeins or balls of yarn, and she dyes up the most gorgeous colors. She doesn't do speckly yarn or variegated yarn. It's mostly solid or semi-solid. Oh, she does variegated or stripy yarn, I guess. But most of them are inspired by She has some yarn that is inspired by Dutch painters like Van Gogh, and I just love her color combinations, and the colors are a bit different than what you normally see. So yeah, her yarn isn't super soft. I knit some hexie puffs for my blanket out of these, and I do love the colors, but I'm not sure if I would buy her yarn for like a shawl, although the colors work amazing together. So I wanted to try some of her yarn, and I thought this was great to add some to my blanket. Then I also bought some wool to spin, and to be honest, I already spun up some of it. I bought some merino. I have some little nuggets left, and I don't know how to spin that well. I spin on a drop spindle, and I am trying to learn it just by trying and watching some videos on YouTube. And so far I already spun up some chunky yarn and also some thinner yarn, which I will show you in another video. Yeah, it's fun to do, and it's a new skill, and I think it's always nice to learn something new. So I bought this one in a bigger batch, but well, lots of it is already spun. And I also bought some smaller ones, like this one I really love. It's with glitter, with pinks and grays and yellow and some brown, green. And it's so squishy and soft, and it's very pretty. And I also bought this one, which is a multicolored rainbow version, and I love that there is this shine to it. I'm not sure if there's like silk in it or anything. I thought it was merino, but I'm not sure. I also don't know where you can buy this, since they only sold at the fair and not online. But yeah, I will be spinning this up and maybe make hopefully some minis for swaps and my blanket. But if I want to do this, then I will have to spin this up very fine, and I'm not sure if I'm able to do so yet. Then I also bought some stitch markers, or progress keepers, I should say. Here in this lovely envelope. And I got this lovely slipper. A lovely little donut. A little chocolate cake. And a little cocktail glass. So I needed some of those, so it was great that I could find some. And I met some viewers as well. Also some people that I did already do a swap with, and it was so fun to meet them and say hello. And it's very strange if people know you from your podcast, but you sometimes don't know them because you only know their Ravelry name or their Instagram name, and you don't know how people look like. So yeah, I also met another podcaster from the Netherlands. She podcasts in Dutch, but yeah, it's fun to meet up and see all the people, and I just got so much inspiration also for color work. I want to learn how to work in color, but yeah, so many projects, so many gorgeous garments. I saw so many pretty shawls and garments, and just want to knit all the things I saw. But yeah, there's only so much I can do in the time I have. So I also did, oh wait, there was another purchase. I didn't purchase this at the fair, but there was a secondhand shop in Zwolle near the train station. And a friend suggested that I should visit the secondhand store because they sometimes have some nice craft books. And I found myself this one. And it's het grote handkunst. Nee, het grote naaldkunstboek. And it's a Dutch book about crafting, about knitting, sewing, crochet, you name it. And it's full of these tips about techniques, but also some very funny, or at least I think funny pictures. I'm looking for something right now. There are some stitches in here, like cabling, but also some pictures like this. I would never wear a knitted bikini, never. But I think it looks so fun, and yeah, it's just nice to see these old pictures and patterns, and it's always great to have some inspiration. This picture I love. This lovely lady sitting on her sofa with her knitted skirt, and like it's a knitted suit, I guess. And yeah, there's lots of inspiration and tips here, and it's always nice to have some vintage old books to get some inspiration or tips from. So that I also got for like €2, so it was a bargain. Then I also did a swap with the lovely Anna. She's from Germany, and she has a lovely shop called Gregoria Fibers. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's gregoriafibers.com, and she makes these or dyes these gorgeous yarns naturally, so with plants or fruits, and it gives these soft shaded tones of yarn, and I'm very impressed. She doesn't have that much in her shop right now, but I'm pretty sure she will soon have some new yarns, and you should check it out. I haven't bought any yet because I only buy yarn if I know what to make with it. If that makes sense. I try to hold back on the hoarding, and yeah, as you see, I'm not very successful since I just bought a lot of things at the fair, which will probably take a while to get knit up. Anyhow, she wrote me this lovely letter, and these are all the minis, and they are so lovely. I haven't opened them yet. She sent me a lot of minis. I think they're like around 10 of them, or maybe even more, which was not what we agreed on. So thank you, Anna. For spoiling me. And yeah, there are a lot. Yeah, there are around 10 pieces. And she didn't put tags on here, but I'm pretty sure this might be Medlintosh. A green one. And she sent me pretty much the colors that I need now for my blanket, which is great. This is another green one. This is a very soft green and blue one. This is a very neutral one with hints of mauve and lilac and cream. Some pinks and purples. Here's some more purple. This has more brown and orange. Another soft shaded green one. This one is purple and blue, and another one with the more white undertones and some speckles. So, but that wasn't all. She also sent me some chocolate, and I wanted to eat this, but I first wanted to thank Anna and show it to you guys. So now that I've showed it, I can finally eat it. Some lip balm, and this one I already used because we have been outdoor walking a lot and it's getting colder and my lips are getting pretty dry. So very useful right now. And then she sent me this gigantic package of teas, which smell amazing. And she sent me chai tea, which I love. Some green chai from Puka. And I really like chai tea, so thank you so much. Also some cranberry, rose and vanilla Puka tea. And I am very curious about these. Everyone on YouTube has been talking about these teas and I can't wait to try them. They smell lovely. This one is the lemon cake and this one is the blueberry muffin. So I can't wait to try these and see if they are really as good as everyone says they are. So thank you for the lovely package and the lovely goodies. I can't wait to knit those up into my blankets and show you guys the results and try all the lovely things you gave me. Thank you. And last but not least, I bought some yarn and dyed it for the Mystery Knit Along by Stephen West, which starts on Friday, the 6th of November. I already bought the pattern and I wanted to dye my own yarn since I've been looking at all these gorgeous color combination in the Stephen West group, and I found it very hard to find some yarns that were a bit more neutral and a bit more wearable. I didn't want 3 colors that were very bright or too crazy, because I notice I wear my neutral shawl way more than my bright and colorful one. Although there is a very bright color in my selection of yarns. So you need 3 fingering weight yarns. Sorry. I came up with 3 colors. First up is this one. It's a black and white speckled yarn, and there's also some glitter in here, but I'm not sure if you're able to see. And it's very soft and squishy, and I'm very happy with the result. Then I also dyed up this peach soft shaded one with some black speckles, and there is also some purple, but you can't really see because it's hidden in here. So pretty neutral. And then I wanted the pop of color, so I also dyed up this mossy green. And together they look like this. So probably I will go like this. Yeah. So we'll see if these yarns will work, since I'm not sure how the shawl will knit up, but we'll see. I can't wait to get started on the mystery knit along. It will start Friday, and Friday I have some other things I need to do at night, so I won't be able to start the knit along until Saturday, which is a pity, but we'll make it work. And I want to get everything off my needles or put in a bag and just focus on the knit along so I can keep up with it, because last time I also participated and it lasted for I think a week, and then I already fell behind, so I will try my best to keep up. So I will be recording another episode soon with my works in progresses, all the things I've been knitting, and yeah, if you have purchased any yarns or project bags or stitch markers or any other yarn related things, just tag me in if you have an Instagram account with the hashtag I don't know, let's come up with the hashtag yarnaholic, I guess, and just tag me creainthecity, or leave a message in the Ravelry group. I will make another thread with the shoplog and everything I bought. So I will see you next time, and I wish you happy knitting. Bye!